So I'm sure you've heard the echo out effect in DJing. It's where you stop one track abruptly, echo it, and then play another track over the top. It can often be a different BPM or genre, or just the same, but you want to switch quickly from one to another. I'm going to demonstrate it to you now, and then I want to show you a more creative way of achieving something similar. And this is to show you that there is more than one way to do things in DJing, and sometimes it pays to think outside the box. So here is a standard echo out. On this track here, I'll play you the bit I'm going to echo out from first. That little bit at the end there, that's the bit I want to echo. It's actually 2 beats. And so I'm going to set a 2-beat echo on my equipment. I'm going to just use a standard echo, and I'm going to set it so the level or depth control is nice and high. So this is a nice loud 2-beat echo that goes on for a little while. So with all that set, let's just perform a standard echo out, and I'll drop something else in over the top of it. So you can see how you would typically use it. I've got another track ready here, which I'm just going to drop over the top. This is the standard way of doing this. I'm sure you've heard it 100 times. By the way, the biggest mistake that new DJs make there is they don't trigger the echo at the place they want the echo to start. They kind of like feel they've got to pull the fader down and press echo at the same time. But if you think about it, that would echo nothing because you're turning the track off at the same time as you're telling it to echo. So if you want a 2-beat echo, practice pressing the echo on 2 beats before the place you're going to turn the track off. Anyway, that's a standard echo out using the echo on this gear. But the problem with that is that as soon as you echo something, it's kind of, almost like you've taken a little snapshot of it. You can't do very much with that echo. You could change its size, but there's more that you can do if you approach it in a slightly different way. Now here's where it pays to think about the tracks you're using rather than just use the same thing every time. Because in this track, the interesting thing about this little bit of echoed vocal we use is that it's before a 1 beat and they drop the drums out for a second on most of the drums. So there's not an awful lot of percussion going on. It's almost like a little tiny a cappella sample. And that, the fact that it hasn't got an awful lot else going on kind of means that we can do a bit more with it. So here's another way, firstly, of achieving exactly the same effect. We just put a loop on. We put a 2-beat loop on that track at that point. And therefore, we're kind of getting the same thing. I mean, let's do it. Let's just listen to what that would sound like. Sounds pretty similar, doesn't it? The only difference really is that it's going on forever. It's not slowly fading out. And by the way, if you were watching me doing that there on this particular equipment, the way that you set a loop like that, or the easiest way of setting a loop like that, is just to hit that 4-beat loop button at the top, and then before it's looped 4 beats, hit the half button. So what you're effectively doing is saying 4-beat loop, no 2-beat loop, and it just immediately gives you a 2-beat because you did it all before it got to the 2 beats to cycle around. Very classic way of getting a quick 2-beat loop. Anyway, so as you heard there, what we did there was exactly the same thing. But the big benefit of doing it this way is that we've now got a loop, or let's pretend it's an echo out, that we've got total control over. What do I mean there? I mean we've got full control over everything here. Not only can we fade it out at the speed we want, we can alter its EQ. For instance, we could take the bass out if we wanted it to sound a little bit less powerful. But we've also got our effects. So we could use these effects down here, or we could use these effects here. And there's absolutely countless things you can do with that now. So if you're dropping another track over it, it means it doesn't just echo out over a few seconds. You've got full control over it. Let's just have another go at that transition. And this time I'll take control of it. I'll decide where it disappears, and we'll add a couple more things to it just to make it more interesting. much more fun than just a basic echo out, right? We had our 2-beat loop, we took the bass out of the loop, we were chopping the track in and out so you could hear the sample was still there. We used a transform effect so that we could chop it up even further, and then we finally used a crush effect on these effects to make the sample even more destroyed from what it originally was before jumping to the vocal on the new track to keep it all super tight. This is the kind of thing that when you know your music, you know your gear, and you know that these techniques exist and can be put together to make combos like this, that just becomes second nature to you. So that's why I'm really excited to tell you about something today. We've just launched something called the Transitions Toolbox. Now, the Transitions Toolbox is 50 pre-made transitions that you can take and put into your own DJing, not using tunes that you've never heard of like these, but using the biggest tracks of all time, the dance floor fillers that everyone knows. So this will give you instant stuff that you can put into your DJ sets that people will immediately know and say, wow, that was something special. Like, there's 50 of them and we show you exactly how to do it. But it will also teach you about stuff on your gear that maybe you've just never got around to, or if you're honest, been a little bit scared of. It will use everything on modern DJ gear to perform transitions that couldn't be performed when most of these records were originally released. So that's really exciting in itself. But for me, the best bit about this new course is that by the end of it, we will have shown you how the best creative DJs come up with this stuff, what they're thinking, how these kinds of transitions develop. And how do you find that out? Because we literally talk you through every one, where it came from, the problems with getting it to the point where it was ready to teach you, so that then you can go back and look at your own music collection and come up with transitions of your own that other people are going to want to copy. It's just an awesome concept. If you've had any of our previous mixing courses, you'll know that this stuff is super valuable. We think this is the best one we've ever made. It's got the biggest tunes in it. It's got the most ambitious transitions, because guess what? The gear has got better and better and better. And we've got stuff in this one that we could not have added to the last one we made. I mean, it's moving on that quickly. So if you've got modern DJ gear, you want to know how to mix and get noticed, and you want to use the biggest tunes of all time to do it, come and take a look at Transitions Toolbox. And meanwhile, let me know which transition you like the best. What do you use to get from this track to that track, and why? I'd love to know in the comments. Until next time then, this is Phil in the studio saying, get good, get out there, make the moments, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.